Hey guys, this read is for Cancer. So let's jump into it. Let's see what the universe has in store for you for Monday. All right, universe, what messages do you have for Cancer today? You got some guidance on their journey, maybe some affirmations, some warnings, some insight. What do we got going on today here? Whoop. Feel like that one wants to pop out. We're going to go ahead and get started here. So I pulled recognition and reward, patience and planning, emotional loss, hope, and temptation. Well, I feel like we're definitely working towards something. I feel like the hope card is encouragement to keep that positive forward movement and not to backslide. And I feel like that's what the temptation card is speaking to. When you're tempted to sort of backslide on something, or to give up when you have doubts. Emotional withdrawal, mental conflict, the waiting game, the heart chakra, which speaks to relationships and healing, and fertility. I feel like we're also talking about a relationship here. One that's come to an end, I believe, is the vibe that I'm getting from these cards so far. We're dealing with a heartbreak. I almost wonder if that might shake us from our path. I'm going to keep pulling cards here, and we'll just keep building on this read. I have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands can represent feeling overburdened or overwhelmed. I think you're feeling overwhelmed by these negative emotions. I think that's what it's speaking to in this read, that it's dragging you down. I have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands tends to represent sort of standing your ground, drawing your line in the sand, being assertive, standing up for yourself. I have the Fool card here. Beginning to get a picture here. The Fool card can speak of a couple different things. It can speak of taking a leap of faith, but it can also represent seeing things in a new light. And I feel like that's what it's speaking to in this read. Looking at your situation from a different perspective. I have the Queen of Swords here. She speaks of honesty to me. I'm not sure if there were truths that you had to find out, or if this is going to be speaking to personal truths and finding clarity to allow you to heal. I also have the Seven of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles represents an abundant harvest. So not just the abundance of the harvest, but the work that gets put in so that you can have this abundant harvest. And I feel like it very much ties in to the fertility card and growing and nurturing yourself and your future, your emotions. So I have the Five of Cups here. The Five of Cups can represent being stuck. Being stuck in negative emotions like loss, sadness, grief, anger, all those things that if we allow them to, they'll keep us from seeing the positive and light in life. So I feel like that's also tied to the Fool card and looking at things in a new light. I have the Two of Swords, which represents trouble making a decision, trouble finding clarity. I feel like it ties in to this Queen of Swords. And I think this is really gonna, you're gonna really need to take a step back and look at things from a different perspective. I feel like right now you are just so stuck in your hurt from this loss of this relationship. It's going to take a lot of work to be able to step back and see things in a new light, to sort of close emotions out of it and look at it with logic. And I have the Emperor here, and that's what he speaks to me of, looking at things with logic and acting with logic too, because I feel like there's another element of this read, a path that you're on, something that you're doing, a goal you were trying to achieve, and I feel like this heartbreak might sway you from that or cause you to lose sight of your goal. And so I feel like the Emperor is speaking to you, telling you not to let it get you stuck, not to let it ruin all the work that you've done to be able to act logically, to keep working towards your goal. So I have two cards here which speak of good news coming soon. I have one, the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups usually represents something more emotional. And the Page of Wands, which can sometimes represent business. I feel like this Page of Wands ties in to this recognition and reward, this goal that you've been after. So I feel like you're about to see the payoff of this. And I think that's why the universe very much wants to tell you not to get swayed from this path, because I feel like it's something you've been working towards for a long time and you are just right on the cusp of achieving it. I also have the Knight of Cups, and to me he speaks of victory in this, and I think achieving this goal will also help you in healing. It's going to give you that positive thing to celebrate, something to focus on other than these negative feelings as well. Because I feel like a lot of your energy is just getting poured into the grief right now. I have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords can represent taking time for self-care, for healing, looking after yourself. And I feel like if you can do that, you're gonna find clarity in the situation, taking time to think about it, and again stepping back and looking at it from a different perspective. I have the King of Pentacles here as well. I feel like this is someone you're going to meet. I feel like this is someone that ties into the recognition and reward. And next to him I have the Sun card. And the Sun card, to me, is a good omen card. It means positive things are going to be manifesting for you. So I feel like it also ties into this recognition and reward. So I'm not sure if this King of Pentacles is maybe a boss. Is someone in a role who can give you that recognition and reward. So it might be a job offer, it might be some other kind of opportunity. He speaks to the person who's going to be doing that. He's usually generous, wealthy, very steady. And then I also have the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords represents triumph. So again, I think whatever this is that you're going to be achieving, I think is going to be a big confidence boost for you too. And it's going to definitely help with the healing process. have the Death card here. The Death card represents transition. So I feel like this is also going to be sort of a new beginning for you, ending one chapter and beginning another. I feel like it's tied to this recognition and reward thing. I feel like this is going to be a big change. I don't know if this is a new career or this is some kind of a move. This is something that is going to change the direction of your life. And that's why you've been working towards it for such a long time. It's something that you very much wanted. And I have the Three of Pentacles, which also represents something that you've been working towards, finally seeing the fruits of your labor. So I think in the very near future, this change is going to come for you, this recognition. This reward, I have the Four of Pentacles. Usually speaks of being sort of a miser or penny pincher. I think, to me in this read, he speaks of you holding back. Don't hold back on progressing towards this goal. Don't hold back. Don't let the emotions, don't let the fear, don't let the loss, don't let the hurt, don't let any of that ruin all the hard work that you've done up to this point. So I have the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords usually represents a warning of short-term victories. I think it ties in with this temptation, with this Four of Pentacles, this Miser card, and how tempting it can be to give in to giving up. And though it might be easier in the moment to just go, whatever, and just let it go, it's going to hurt you in the long run. I believe that that's what the Five of Swords is speaking to. If you can find the strength to persevere, I feel like it's going to help carry you on this new journey. I think that's what the Eight of Cups is speaking to, this journey that you're on to new and better life. The Ten of Cups represents happiness and abundance in the home life. So definitely feel like this change, this recognition, this is going to be life altering for you. This is going to change things for you in a good way, but you have to stick with it. I have the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands can represent choosing a path. And I think that's still what you have to do. I think you have to choose to persevere. I have the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is sometimes called the Apprentice card. And depending on what's going on in a read, he can speak to me of academic learning or of learning life lessons. And this, I feel like it might be both. This thing that you have been working towards for so long might be an education, but I feel like this is also speaking of life lessons and learning to persevere and not give up on your goals even when other crappy things happen. I have the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands represents setting a solid foundation for your future. And I think that's what this recognition and reward is too. So I pulled Spiritual Union, the third eye chakra, which speaks to your intuition. Suffering in silence and rejoice in celebration. Right now, I think you're suffering in silence. I think you're letting this eat you up. And I feel like the Spiritual Union card, it's never spoken to me like this before in a read, but I feel like it's telling you that that's not what this relationship was. You didn't lose your life partner. You're letting this eat you up, but this was not the person that you were meant to be with forever. And to me, the third eye chakra tells me that you know that. Deep down inside, you know that. And it's time to move forward because right away, you are going to have a lot of reasons to rejoice and to celebrate. So don't take that happiness away from yourself. Don't take that opportunity away from yourself. Don't let all this hurt and this loss rob you of all the good things that you've earned and that you're about to get. Alrighty guys, that's what this read says to me. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to comment because I love hearing from you guys. Take care.